Don't look at my nips. Daisy Mae has got to be the cutest special character in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I wanted to draw her from the moment I laid my eyes on her. She's the sweetest little thing. Her head is really big, and on top of that, she has a basket of turnips balancing on her big noggin. So I kept picturing her constantly dropping turnips on the ground as she would chase after them when they roll away. And I decided to draw that in this print. I just feel like she would be very clumsy. I cannot picture her being able to balance, even with the basket not on her head. She probably has a hard time walking around all the islands that she goes to every day. Also, how are all of these people already finishing their Animal Crossing islands? I've noticed that people were finishing their islands like a month after they got the game, and it's not like it's really easy to finish your island. I know time skipping is a thing, and I have, to be honest, I have time skipped before, only once. And it was because I wanted that cute bedhead hairstyle that you have seen in the clip at the start of this video. I really, really liked it, and to get it, you have to wait a month without playing the game. Then when you start the game back up, your character will come out of their house, and they'll have really messy hair, and then they'll fix it up back to the original hairstyle that you had on them, and then it'll just be a customization option. And I really wanted that hair because I felt like it's just really cute, and I feel like it kind of looks like my hair. So I time traveled for that. And I know some people really, really hate time traveling, and some people really like time traveling and they think it really helps. My opinion is, honestly, I don't care what you do. Play the game how you want to play it. I personally don't want to time travel, except for hairstyles. That's my one exception. I want to take the game at a slow pace, or the normal pace, I guess you would say. I just want to enjoy it, and I don't want to really I feel like if I would time travel, then I would immediately get sick of the game, but that's my case. But there are people who didn't time travel that finished their island super quickly, and I still can't even get a couch from the balloons. And I don't mean every single variant of the cute sofas, because I have pretty much every single color of them, and that is not the kind of furniture I'm looking for. But the islands that people have been finishing so quickly, they look amazing. I'm really impressed by how much stuff you're able to fit on the island. When I first got the game and my character was walking around the island, it felt like it was so small. And then I looked at everyone else's islands and I was like, is this the same size? Theirs looks so big. And then I realized, here's a tip: if you make the paths really windy, then it'll seem like your island's a lot bigger than it actually is. And I realized that because every single person whose island I felt was super spacious had very windy paths. And I started to do it, and I already feel like my island is a little bit bigger. I actually haven't really finished that much of my island. I'm too scared to even move villagers' houses because I don't want to waste my precious bells. But I mean, I do buy every variant of one piece of clothing when it's at the Able Sisters, so maybe I should be talking. But so far I only have my museum, one of my beaches, and the campsite done. Nothing too crazy, although they are pretty big areas. And you've seen in the clip that I added to the start of this video, the area that I'm talking to Daisy Mae, she was actually on the other side of my island for that clip, and I wanted her to be on one of the parts that actually looked nice and put together so you guys could see you know, the nice parts of my island and not just a big plain of nothingness. So I manually pushed her to the other side of my island, and it took a while, but I feel like it was worth it because you guys get to see the part that I am actually happy with, the little area leading up to my museum. I'm the person who likes to cram as many custom designs in one area as possible, and it makes me happy. I like making custom designs. I like using other people's beautiful designs. It's fun. It's lovely. With the colors on this piece, I have my little color thumbnail up in the right corner, and honestly I think that's also really cute, but I didn't want to stick with her natural colors because they're cute on the character, but once you put it all on a piece, there are just a lot of the colors on her I don't like on their own. Like that dark blue is honestly one of my least favorite colors, but I mean, depends on how you use it, really. I had to make it to my color standards, so I ended up putting some overlay layers over her to kind of lighten the piece up, and I did use the original colors and then I edited them on their own just so I could keep the values kind of similar to the original, and I think that helped a lot with my color decisions. So the reason why I have that little thumbnail in the upper right corner was so that I could put a bunch of different color layers over it and then kind of just mess around, and I feel like that helped a lot. I always have my thumbnails. You've seen in the past 2 videos that I've uploaded. Right now I'm doing the line art. The line art was really relaxing with this. I had a fun time kind of offsetting some of the line art on the leaves of the turnips, and I really liked it. I really like the brush that I'm using. Unfortunately, Photoshop, when I unplugged my computer on accident, lost all of the brushes that I was using, so I'm gonna have to go back through that and find them. Don't know why it decided to remove all of my brushes when the computer was unplugged, but if you know what's happening, please tell me, because I have no clue what happened. Also, I do want to mention, I have a lot more plans for the future of some prints and sticker designs that I want to do. I want to do more Animal Crossing special event characters like Flick, CJ, Tom Nook, Red. Red is one that I'm really excited about. I really love his boat very much. It's so cute. I love his boat. And I really want to draw him. So if you have any suggestions of characters to draw, it could be a villager, it could be a special event character, it could be an item in the game even, like your favorite item, a table or a bed. I would love to draw them, make some prints of them or stickers. So if you have any ideas, comment down below. Even if it's not Animal Crossing related, I would love to hear what your thoughts are on what you'd like to see in the future. On this piece, I really wanted to mess around with the lighting, and I added a lot of texture. The brushes that I used had a lot of texture on them. I believe they're the Kyle Webster brushes that you can get for Photoshop. For free, by the way, they're free with Photoshop. And I really love them. I love the texture that they have, and I love what they look like when you use them for shading especially. So I did a couple layers for the shading. I did the original shading layer, and then I put another layer over the shading layer and did a darker outline on my shadows, and I feel like that really helped the shadows be more prominent, and I'm really happy with that. I also, for the lighting, I did some intense bright sunlight on her right side of her face, and I really like that. I really am a fan of the bright light, the sunshine. I also originally planned to have sweat kind of coming off of her to emphasize that she dropped her turnip and she was like, oh no, but I ended up getting rid of them because I just felt like it was unnecessary information. I originally added that because she doesn't have eyebrows. A lot of the Animal Crossing characters don't have eyebrows, and they just express their emotions through their eyes. I also added some of my custom textures, and what I mean by custom textures is I can do a video in the future showing how I did them in detail. I think that'd be really fun. For a short explanation, I took paper outside, I did some like rubbings where I like put the piece of paper against like concrete, or I think I did like a file box with like a metal texture on the side, brick, and then I just took my pencil and I rubbed it against the other side of the paper, and then I scanned it and I brought it into Photoshop, and I have just been using those to add my texture. I really like using texture. It's just, I personally really enjoy having that extra detail to the drawing. I didn't know what color to make the background. You can see I'm messing around. I did purple for a little bit because is it the complementary color for green, I believe? But I ended up going with a normal green because the purple was just a little bit too different from her whole look, and the darker green just looked nicer. Now that the art's done, I'm gonna send it off to Awesome Merch to make prints for my Etsy shop. In the next video, I will show you guys how they turned out. Thanks for watching.